She ain't tryna have a good time. The your girl, she can move, 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 move.
Right, guys, we were talking about how pornography could affect relationships in a negative way. What do you guys think about it?
Well, I'm gonna ask a question for the guys first. I'm coming to the girls later. Who in this room watches porn?
Shopping! Don't know. Yeah, man, keep it lit. Brother.
Hand down.
Yeah, man, keep it legit. Keep it A1.
Okay, look. Obviously, everyone has had sex before. Cool. For a guy, you already know the difference is mad. So why are you still using your hand?
Sometimes, you know what it is with me. Sometimes
Escalate.
I don't even.
Why still using hand?
I don't necessarily have to use it just purely for myself. I could use it in a sense of, okay, babe, I'm watching this, and then she's looking over the.
You still masturbate. Forget watching porn. You can watch porn, not do nothing. Do you still masturbate over watching porn?
Boy, them stressful days, my brother. Sometimes you gotta shake the dice and blow twice. You get me? Sometimes it must have to happen, and if it happens.
So then, are you using it as a stress relief mechanism, watching porn, rather than something that you're doing it for enjoyment?
Hey,
Is
man.
there a difference?
there is a
People do it just.
Yeah, but that is it. That's part
End
of
of day stress
that's what masturbation is. It's a stress
why is
reliever
it
as
a
well.
thing?
I'm not saying that everyone's like.
So
Everyone should just,
But medically, it has when you bust that nut, it relieves a bit of stress.
Okay, out. And you don't deep down.
I understand.
I'm not fighting for this, by the way. I'm just saying.
But do you feel dirty afterwards?
Yeah, absolutely. Within 10 seconds. Within 10 seconds.
You're doing this, and you feel like shit. You're thinking, why did I do this? You're looking at yourself thinking, why did I do this?
That's how I know you're veering off course, bruv. That's when you've started to click a bit too far left. It's gone a bit left for man, and you're all on the madness page. Stick to the BBW Latino. Things will pop off. Yeah, that's my personal things.
What do you think? Like certain people get so addicted to it to the point where they don't even want to have sex with their partner. All they want to do is to start busting up themselves.
So then why is the partner there?
That's when it gets a bit technical. That's when it gets a bit sticky.
Right. If you watch it too much, you have this expectation that you can only pleasure yourself. Your partner can't pleasure you. I feel like, me personally, I watch it. I do have sex with people, but there's a special type of thing with just knowing your body, and you gain pleasure from that. But I do agree, if you use porn to fill a void, you are in trouble in your own relationship, because you're gonna have these expectations of your partner, and your partner's gonna think, oh, am I not pleasing her or him, or like, what's going on, blah blah blah.
For the guy, it's different. A guy will be thinking all the time, oh, how is she gonna please me? Because once you bust a nut, you bust a nut. That's how it is. But now, this is where it comes to the girls. Who here watches porn?
I don't understand the question.
I feel like
That hesitation.
I feel like we're
right
veering
there.
off course.
Hesitation.
No, but I think it's the openness of it. I think females are less open about watching it.
But they watch it more.
Females in this room right now. I'm asking you lot. I'm asking everyone in this room right now. Who watches porn and who masturbates?
I masturbate. I don't watch. There's two questions. Which one are you answering?
Girls are really good at playing a lot of things up here. They can do all of that good stuff up here. They don't need the laptop. And they might need the laptop, tissues, you know what I mean? The combo, I'm just saying.
No, but big man thing, man don't need that. It's just that because of the way that we work from young and the high speed, this high what?
What do you mean? What's his right hand? Do like that?
No. I'm talking in terms of. I'm talking in terms of it's a the urges can be a bit more like sudden, boom, 10 minutes done, yeah. Whereas with girls, it's more of a long session thing, yeah. So I think with man, the issue is that because of the way that we normally get aroused, that we normally go for that quick solution, and porn is that solution. So therefore, it starts to mess with the brain chemistry, and certain things are engraved into your head, especially the more you go to it. So to go to your point, I don't think we need it. It's just that the point that we're at as men, and especially our generation with the internet access and everything, that's how we're going to masturbate straight to porn. It's not there's a separate thing.
I agree with that. And also, yeah, to them lazy man out there, yeah, that don't want to hit up Watford Strip, yeah, and go put in the work. Yeah, go do yourself a favour. Weatherspoon's blood, £3.50 blood. It's a double. Do your things. You can't just be standing indoors.
I'm really confused.
What? For what?
For a double rum and coke or something, innit?
Oh, I thought you were talking about something in Weatherspoon.
Whoa. People getting drunk. Oh, brother, no. That's like leave £5.
What strip is this?
Just for you. I'm talking about Watford, bro. You gotta put in the work,
I don't think seeing someone else have sex does anything for me. That's the thing. I don't like watching someone else have sex does not do anything for me. Like, I don't get it. It's like
I can understand
and
that.
plus, like, porn is not real life. That's what people kind of need to remember. It's acting. They're casted. They're going through audition process. It's not real life. And then when you go and have sex with your partner or whoever, your expectation is going to be up there. But realistically,
I'm not gonna lie, yeah. Porn taught me certain things about my body and how I, things that I wanted to do in the bedroom, yeah. And a lot of people will disagree with me because I'm a female, but when I watch porn, it's not like I'm thinking about all these different things or like how they got there or blah blah blah. Yeah. There's certain things that will trigger my mind, maybe based on what watching it from a young age or my environment or my libido. It's about, for me, I can differentiate reality from porn. It's that's the main thing. You've got to be able to differentiate it. You've got to be able to be like, okay, like this arouses me, but it's not real. But that's how you've got to just do it. You can't overthink it. For me, I don't overthink it. It is what it is. It's just porn. It's just sex. It's just people having sex. But when you're not able to differentiate it, it can be a problem in relationships because you try and play that out with your partner might not be comfortable with it. Do you know what I mean? She's like, what's going on here?
Age has a part as well. The age that you are. Because when you're younger and you watch porn, I remember watching porn when I was younger, and then when it came to me actually having sex, I was like, what the hell? What the hell? Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, age.
Expectations as well, because obviously, like, you see sometimes they have like these big donkey dicks, and then what you expect, and then you obviously like when it's your first, and then it's not obviously what you've seen. So then no, but I'm just.
Some of you, man! Step up your thing!
She shouted out.
Some of you, man! Step up your thing! You get me?
And age is a real thing as well.
Don't gas it! Don't tell it it's something when it's not that! Come on! No! Sorry to cut you. Go.
No, it's right. I was gonna say, age is a big thing as well, because I have friends who are younger than me, and I never forget one of my friends, she said she's a people pleaser, like that's what she likes to do, and she felt like he's asking her to do all these things because he's watched
realistically, she can't meet them expectations. Like, what do you want?
What do you expect? Like, what do you want from me? Seriously, just go watch porn. Go be happy.
Because you're not going to get that from me.
Yeah, it's also the fact that these people are paid to do this. This is their job.
Exactly.
This is their job. This is all they do.
A whole industry. It's really mad. A whole industry.
When you watch porn, like sometimes, like men in porn industry, they train themselves not to come. For us, the think that's impossible. How do you am I stopping myself not to get to what I'm trying to get to?
Or they come multiple times.
Yeah.
Which is just
one more thing, that's not real. It don't happen in real life. Round one and it's finished. I'm sorry, that's half the time though.
No, it's always possible.
It's mad.
See, look, I can't have this conversation. Sade, man.
I feel like porn could be like a beneficial thing for both partners, isn't it?
But if
Some people meet halfway. Some people like watching
You know
porn
what I'm
together.
saying?
It's true.
Because let's say either one of you or both of you are like inexperienced, you can be like, like look at this, like learn that.
That depends on your
vice
relationship.
versa.
That depends on what relationship you have.
Hey, learn that one. See that Teku's there? Learn that. I'm sorry. No, but touching on your subject, it's true. It's true. Like some people generally like to, in relationships, they like to be watching porn together, and that might be a stimulus for both people. And if that's what starts great sex, then that's what starts great sex.
I'd rather that than one of them be doing it.
But for what we're talking about, we're talking about the negative. We're talking about why it can break.
It's a debate, so you got to look at both sides of the coin.
But if your partner's watching it by themselves all the time, I think there's a problem there.
Yeah.
But it depends if you know or if you don't know. Because if you don't know, then it's a bigger problem. If you know, then you can't talk about it, but you can have a really good relationship. Why do you have to watch porn all the time?
Why do you have to rely on porn?
Like by yourself, I mean,
I think that's
but imagine beforehand you're not in a relationship and you've been doing it. Like you've been on your own, you've been single, you've been on your own, you've got into a routine of doing it. Now that you're with someone, it's hard to let that go. I honestly feel like me personally, that can't run. But it depends on the person and how you communicate and what you're doing.
I did it when I was 12. I felt disgusting after I never did it again. I felt disgusting. I thought disgusting. I did.
I was still chasing football at 12. Like,
I thought, in school, man. No, okay, sounds disgusting, but I just started secondary school. One guy came to me, do you watch porn? I'm looking, huh?
Excited, man.
Yeah, I told you. I said, what's that? So, let me show you. We went at the IT room, show me porn. I'm like,
in the ICT.
What site is that?
Behind these on the way home.
I got home. Obviously, I did what I did. After I felt disgusting. I thought, why would I do this now? I'm probably for sex. And then after, obviously, had sex now.
Yeah.
You never look back. Huh? You never look back.
I can't, man. Like, cool, you can watch it, yeah, but I can never get tissue. You're preparing yourself.
Yeah, for no, you're gonna do
like, you're hiding. You're making this vlog. You're trying to hear off your mum. Your volume's low. You're like, nah, I can't do that, man.
I feel like
you can't do that, man.
Where's mum?
You can't do that, right?
In a lot of situations, like sex isn't just about like pleasuring yourself. It's about making love as well. Do you know what I mean? Like, so it's not. I feel like the society has made it to a thing that you just have sex to please yourself. No, you have sex to connect with someone, and I feel like they've used that as in it. Like people just have sex for the fact of having sex or go with someone, and like that's mad. Like, do you know what I mean? Some people need to use it and be wise about it because, as much as it is fun, as much as you can get a lot out of it, literally you can't be doing that on your name, on your back. Like, it's very
I feel like
sex is more intimate than it is with guys.
No, it's not.
No, I mean,
I don't believe that.
You think what? Say that again.
For girls, it's a bit more like a girl can have time of her life having sex with someone because how emotionally attached she is.
And they're like, and you can see the girls enjoying herself. You're gonna think in your mind that they're enjoying themselves. They're having a time of their life. Oh, okay.
You know what it is though? You know what it is though? I feel like women are more able to connect during sex purely because of sex being a complete energy transfer. When you're having sex with your partner, it should be your energy transferring through to her and her energy transferring to you. And then that's after you've done your thing, you're balanced, you're easy. And I feel like women are, sorry.
Can I just say, I think it depends on your attachment to that person. I think if you can say to yourself, okay, I'm having sex with this person, but I think sex and making love are different things. Different things. Yeah. I think that your attachment to that person and how you enjoy yourself and what psychologically you think in your brain when you're being intimate with that person is completely up to how you feel about that person.
Yeah, I feel it's a big misconception. It's like the idea that, you know, boys can have sex with so many people because it's one and done for them. Well, there's a lot of girls out here who are holding it just as much as boys, and they don't feel that emotional connection. That, like, it's
That's word, bro.
It's not always that.
It's true. Wait, let me present the question to you guys then. So, if you guys are married, yeah, and your other half is watching porn and masturbating, are you okay with that?
No.
So why is it okay in any other circumstance?
I feel like in a relationship, it's like if you're in a relationship, it's like it's either long term or short term. If you're gonna be with someone and you know that it's not getting far, but you're just staying with them for that moment in time, or that person that you need is there for that moment in your life, then it's like, don't stress about it. Not don't stress about it, but like you can shove it underneath the carpet. You can still deal with it, but it's not as, if you know that you're gonna marry that person, then you're gonna have to present it before you get married. You should make sure that you already know that that's already a thing before you decide to give vows with someone. Like if you don't know someone enough, and then you go,
out of relationship,
pardon?
in a relationship you can't be watching porn.
Well, after.
During, so in a relationship you can't watch porn. You can't master. You can't do that for yourself.
I wouldn't say you can't, but like when it's like a thing that you make time for it, like you know, like this time of the day I do this, I go to my corner.
That's your time. You're like, I'm dedicating my own time, my free time to do this. Honestly, what's the issue?
I'm gonna say, like, some people, their time in the day they might not be masturbating, but their time in the day might be PS4, and that's their their time might be something else, and that's their, like, you can't be like, rah, okay, if you're just saying this is your specific time for the day, then you're gonna lock things off, because then it's already unstable.
But I think it's also a security issue. If you feel like, I feel like if you're secure within yourself and you're secure in your relationship and your partner watches porn, I don't think you might not feel any type of way about it because you're secure, right? This is kind of an extreme level, but people get into threesomes. Do you know what I mean? I don't feel any type of way. Sorry, that one just went like left, but. People get into threesomes and like people have open relationships, which is something that I just don't know about. But people actually have the capability of loving more than one person. Or even like desensitizing themselves.
That stems from back in the day. It's only social restraints now to say, right, we've got one partner per person. But that, like, back in the day, people would be having like 6-7 partners with like children with all of them. And they're still going about looking for more partners. Men, well, let's be real. It was a man thing, but
where can you find the time? Because I can't.
I think going back to the main question, I think it really depends again on the individual relationship that your partner would have with porn. It's like you said earlier, right? So if it's something that you've been by yourself for a certain amount of time, you've got into that routine, you got into that habit, you continue that in the relationship, then that's obviously like a bad thing because you've been moving from how you were solo and that was a vice, that was a bad thing, and now you're taking it somewhere and you shouldn't necessarily have to do that. But also, just because you watch porn, it doesn't necessarily mean you have an addiction to porn. So if my partner was like watching it or like masturbating by themselves sort of thing, that's cool if it's, here and there and I'm not available, and I think vice versa as well. But if it's a thing where it's like, it's a constant and you're having fantasies about this and that goes for me as well, it goes from a male perspective, female perspective. If it's coming in where that's the other thing, I think, as I said earlier, like, it's the youths. It's our generation that is being kind of, especially the boys, is being brought up on it straight away. So that before they've even touched 15, 16 and sex is now available, it's like, I've already got an idea of what women do and like what I can do and how it goes and blah, 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 blah. And again, also the approach and how you treat women, because you see women in a certain way because of porn, that you're gonna think, that's how girls are. And if she's not, also as well, but if she's not doing this, then she must not like man. You know what I mean? Because she's not that excited or not that turned on.
Some girls don't know how their body works. Do you know what I mean? Some girls get into relationships and their partner isn't satisfied, and the only way that you can work with that is if you teach them. You have to teach each other, you learn off each other, and if you can't do that, then it's just pointless. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
It's just not.
Yeah, you know what was a buster for me? A big myth buster? Realising that not every girl squirts. Like, you watch the porn and you're like, man, ting, that's me, I'm shower. But then obviously, not every girl squirts. So like, there's times there when you're with a girl and she's like, and you're like, lads.
You're waiting for the water.
I'm sitting there with my goggles on and fucking scuba gear ready to go. Things it's not. It didn't do it. So
Not really, because some girls actually don't know how to. Like honestly, some girls
they
it's not even that they can't. They haven't met that time. Remember, we're all young. Like we're still young. Like we haven't met that time. Some of us haven't met that time. And
Wow!
it's not easy.
But just sip my water for a second.
oh man.